And exactly what he would have wanted after successive defeats in all competitions. They had the ball in the back of the net on 2 other occasions, 3-1 winners in the end. Have Chelsea got their mojo back for you?
I think that was a really important game for them today to bounce back, in front of the home fans. I think they got a football lesson last time out there against Man City. And then Juve done a tactical job on them, just sat in there and sprung on a counter-attack, and a disappointing result in the Champions League. To go back and play against Southampton, who want to come out on the front foot and want to play against you and cause them problems, I think they got a good result today. I think it was all about the result for them today. But they created enough chances, but Southampton played their part.
Yeah. Do you think it was a bit harsh on Southampton?
No, you lose 3-1, it's not too hard. I mean, the sending off didn't help. I thought Chelsea did dominate it, but I do think Chelsea deserved to win. Southampton, I do worry about them. As we spoke off air, I think without Danny Ings, they don't have that clinical cutting edge. I like the manager, I like what he's trying to do, but he needs players and help. But Chelsea, as Tim alluded to, result orientated today and had to get the 3 points.
At 1-1, it was finally poised before James Ward-Prowse saw red for this challenge on Jorginho. Was it a red card?
I think it's a red card, but you see, Gineppo goes to chase down Mendy, so James thinks if I just win that, if I toe that, then he can tap it into the net. Yeah. So he's lunged and he's took a risk, and I think by taking that risk, it's a red card, unfortunately, and he's not in control of his body, and obviously Jorginho makes an absolute meal of it, and makes sure he receives the red card, make sure certainly that Mr. Atkinson has to go to the monitor and decide that once it's slowed down and the still, we know exactly what's going to come next, and it's exactly that colour, what he's going to show us now.
Interestingly, Martin Atkinson was shown it, as you said, in ultra slow motion. Is that bit of a talking point in itself, in that almost exacerbates the foul itself, or not?
I think in many other instances it does, but I think the pass from the goalkeeper and the intent which he thought he could win it, the surface in which he slid in, it is dangerous. It is a red card. Other instances slowed down, it does make things look worse, but it's a red card. He caught him, it was late, could have hurt him. I think it's the right decision.
Yeah. Timo Werner back on the score sheet, much to the delight of the Chelsea fans. You could almost hear the relief around Stamford Bridge when this went in and counted, because of course he had an effort earlier in the game which was disallowed by VAR. His first in 10, this will do in the world of good, won't it?
Yeah, he just needed that confidence boost. And you think the first one, it was disallowed, thinking, oh, not again. Everyone was just wishing him, but look, he's not going to miss that. I mean, it's a great ball across from Barkley, then a lovely pass from Aspie there, just across the 6-yard line. He takes all the weight, the cushion, and puts it flat in. So Werner simply cannot miss from 6 yards out. And you're thinking, right now, here's where the run and the momentum goes for him forward, and great in front of the home fans.
Yeah.
Karen says he can't miss. He's missed a few like that, hasn't he? I mean,
can't miss any more.
I was desperate for his sake to put that in there, and that's such a massive goal, to take him ahead. But credit to Ross Barkley, no game time. He's come on there, grabbed the ball, and he tried to get on the ball as much as he could, and it was a wonderful pass to Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
And I mean, he just takes the weight off it and just puts it on the plate for him. But I was also looking at Lukaku there. It was great to see Lukaku, because he's had a chance as well with the next goal we're going to see. But he's a real team player, Lukaku. He hasn't scored in 5. But for me, he just wants to succeed, and he wants to win that Premier League. And I look at things like that, and I think it's huge for him to celebrate with his teammate.
Yeah, now this is interesting, because we watched this one together. This was Ben Chilwell scoring when Chelsea had 3 bites at the cherry.
Yeah.
He eventually got it in from the narrowest of angle. And your immediate reaction, I remember, Tim, at the time was, oh my goodness, how has Lukaku even missed that? But I suppose with your manager specs on, you were delighted to see him actually join Chilwell as part of the celebration.
He would be devastated that he hasn't been able to score there. So will Azpilicueta. But you look at the way he celebrates after, because when the goal line technology quite rightly rules that as a goal, the celebration is fantastic, and he's all over Chilwell, celebrating with his teammates, because he knows that's the game over, and that's maximum points to what they want to achieve, which is to lift that great trophy.
Yeah. You mentioned no goal in 5 for Romelu Lukaku. It's all gone a little bit quiet from that perspective. Why is that?
Again, I think they don't find him quick enough. I think, again, they're still getting used to him. When he first come in, he hit the ground running. But people work them out a little bit more now, and maybe work him out a little bit. I think they can feed him a lot quicker. But like Tim said, he's been at the club before. He loves the club. And the bigger picture today was the result and the win, and getting that that consistency back, that kind of getting those 2 results out the window. And he knows that he's a good human, and he loves the football club. And sometimes, all times, you have to put the club first, and he does that, and that's why he's popular. But they need to find him a little bit quicker, punch it to him a little bit quicker.
I think the rest of them have to step up as well. Like Werner getting that goal there gives them a lot of confidence. Mason Mount is a huge player for them. When he came onto the pitch today, he changed it. Everything changed. He looks to play progressively forward. He will look for Lukaku. When he was fit, early part of the season, Lukaku was scoring.
Yeah.
He's had a few games out. I think they miss him. They miss Pulisic. They need to get him back. Ziyech and Havertz just haven't done it.
Yeah. For Southampton, you spoke about the concern for them. Taking into consideration the last 2 games of last season, it's no win in 9. What happens now with Ralph Hasenhüttl in this international break? How does he turn things around?
Well, look, I think he's just got to press the reset button. He's been there before when they've had difficult moments, and he's a top manager. They play a very progressive way. They just need to be more clear. When you lose someone like Danny Ings, who's been there a long time, and the way they played, he's irreplaceable. And Armstrong's come in from the Championship, and that's a big step up for him, and in a pressurised team, because they have to put so much on him. And Che Adams and other players as well, Nathan Redmond, they've all got to chip in more if he's not there. So they're just lacking it in the final third, and that little bit of belief.
Yeah, lost Vestergaard as well, which is a huge blow. You know, he scores goals as well, Vestergaard, from set pieces. Ward-Prowse is still there, you know, signed a new contract, will always score. I think he's a talisman, even though he gets a red card there today. I think Karen's absolutely right. Need to find a goal scorer. They're not easy to find. I mean, he must be frustrated, Ralph Hasenhüttl, that his best players, 2 of his best players, have absolutely left the football club. You know, left him in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
But you don't hear him crying about it. He just sticks to the guns, gives the confidence to the players who are in the dressing room and who are getting the shirt on to go out onto that pitch. I love him as a manager. I don't fear for them. I don't see them pushing towards Europa League or anything stupid like that.
Yeah.
But I think they'll be around mid-table. I don't see them getting relegated.